everybody, welcome to Maitri Plays Games. I am Maitri and I'm very passionate about tabletops and learning to be a better GM, a better player, and a better person. And I want to share with you some of the cool stuff that I have been learning. I am starting a new series, with this being the first video on tips for new GMs. Of course, not one size fits all, but this is really a series for people who haven't done a whole lot of GMing. Maybe you're going to be GMing for the first time at all, or you're GMing your first campaign. But either way, it feels like a first you in some capacity, and you don't have as much experience as you would like. So this series really is for people who wouldn't consider themselves veteran GMs. Before you do any GMing, you should become as big of a consumer of stories as you can. Books and movies and TV shows, comics, graphic novels, magazine articles, mythology, folklore, as much as you can, and so that the well of inspiration and ideas you have to draw from is big. And it's not enough to just sort of consume this information, but try to become an active consumer. So pay attention to the storytelling devices if you can. So I really like looking at the elements of storytelling in specific, like how do oral cultures tell their story. There's usually a lot of performance baked in them. Or written cultures, it's probably like really descriptive words used in how they relate their stories. I really like channels like Hello Future Me on YouTube, or Captain Carlson, I think his name is, on TikTok. But either way, I will link them in the description for you to check out. But these are folks that talk about the elements of storytelling, and really kind of help you understand ways in which narratives can be best communicated. So I highly, highly recommend consuming as much as you can, and wherever possible, being an active consumer. So, we will talk about in great depth later about how to actually use this as a pool of inspiration, but don't be afraid to do like direct lifting for your own games. It's not like it's being published. It's not like you're making money on it. Like, this is a game you're running for your friends. So you can be pretty directing. Like, there's that saying, good artists copy, great artists steal. Like, that's not an exaggeration. Like, my home game that I am hugely fond of, and the world that I'm building, like, that is basically a ship of Theseus kind of world. Like, it is, there are very few unique ideas in that world. It's a bunch of ideas from other smarter, more creative people that are stitched together and just flavored a different way. Like, I'm using the 10 who were taken from Black Company, from Glenn Cook's Black Company. I'm using Padmavati as a visual aesthetic. Like, that's a Bollywood period piece movie. I'm using Indian, like, Hinduism in terms of like folklore and mythology. I'm using a lot of like actual D&D proper, like and Montague Tolus actually is going to be pretty instrumental for my Phalanx as like a high magic society, and that kind of thing. So when I say that it's direct lifts, like that's not hyperbole. Like, and I'm able to access these things because I've made it a point to be a consumer of as much stuff as I can. So you can't be the creator you want to be if you aren't consuming other people's stuff. So are that, I mean, obviously there's no one size fits all, but like that's something I found to be true for my own style of GMing and narrative building and storytelling and world building and GMing and like whatever else. Like I really get a lot out of being exposed to other people's stories and understanding the mechanics of storytelling. So wanted to pass that on to you. And as I said, there's a few links in the description that you should check out. Otherwise, if you like this video, consider subscribing. But if you don't like notifications or subs, I try to put out stuff weekly. I have a backlog of things. There are a few different APs that I'm on. Took a bit of a break because of some real life stuff, but I hope to be back to it now. I also have an audio only podcast format, and that's linked in the description as well. Otherwise, thank you so much for hanging out. Come and see me again soon. Bye.